Hello, good morning. Hello, good afternoon. How are you? I'm Ruben. Well, you're, let's say, welcome, my trusted acquaintance, specifically for discussions about nature. Today, let us focus on our skin, the outer layer that envelops our entire body, particularly the area we refer to as the face. If you are curious about our agenda, simply observe our smiles, and you will notice that one aspect stands out, drawing more attention than the other elements. I, for example, do like this. Have you ever heard of the ansogenian sulcus? It's a term that refers to a particular part of the body. But what exactly does sulcus mean? Essentially, it is a feature that is more prominent compared to others. If you smile to one side or the other, you're going to notice it, right? If I do like this, won't you? This part is noted. Let's work on this. It is a very important point that is very noticeable in the face. And I'm going to tell some anecdotes and some curious things about this. Curious things about this ditch, this point and this groove, okay? So let's start now. We are going to start with a little massage, right? In this area. And if you've been following me, you know that there is a part that I sometimes do, right? Working the muscles around the area, like pulling out the lips, is important due to the slight loss of elasticity in this specific area. Therefore, we are going to perform this exercise, right? We are going to do it with a little bit of cream. If you have any cream, any oil nearby, I imagine you do. I'll leave you for a moment, okay? You have it nearby. Let's take it. Very little, eh? Look what I'm doing to myself, right? Let's put the little lips here, okay? Like the O with the mouth, okay? Like this. And now we're going to push up, okay? Watch this. Here. And now where do I start from, Ruben? Well, if the other day we worked here, today we are going to work upwards, okay? So I'm going to stand there. Just above the lips, the corners of the mouth and upwards, okay? We're going to do this about 60 times approximately. Let's start, okay? When we get to the end, we're going to press a little bit more, right? To the area of the nose flaps. Look, follow me. The O. And every 10 I can stop, huh? Because if I see that I have too much tension, at the end in the part of the mouth, especially here pulling, then I stop a little bit. Let's continue, okay? First the O. And we are going through the whole groove, right? Right? You can also see me on the other side. I put the O. How should the massage be? Well, look, the massage first, which is not the same if we didn't do the mouth with the O, because we'd just be doing it like this and it would shift, right? Everything is displaced. So that way we put a little bit of tension on it and give it that tension in a deep way, right? But not too intense. Okay? Let's continue a little bit more, okay? I told you, you get a little tired. Look, you do this. You let go a little bit. And now we come back. Oh, out a little bit. Here. And we go up, okay? Tighten a little bit more at the end. And I'm getting close to 20 and faith, then we're going to work on it. Easy, simple massage. Okay. I'm going to do a little bit of the movement to release here. Notice that when you start to do the movement, you'll also get a little bit of the feeling, from the work you have already been doing. I think you will start to feel a little bit like that sensation in the groove, Good. And we are finishing this first exercise. Come on, let's do it. Will you join me a little bit? Come on, let's go. Right there. Up you go. Hey, come on, let's go. This you have to work your little fingers and nothing else. Up. You asked me to, oh well, if you don't, is an important thing that you have to know in this. How many times and how long? In principle, we plan to repeat the process around 50 to 60 times, which is roughly consistent with our previous work, right? We still have 6 more repetitions to go, with a maximum of 10 more before reaching 60. But that is more or less what we are going to do about 60 times. I'm doing it slowly so that you can notice it. And see that it has to be soft but deep. That is to say, I don't have to put a lot of force, but I do have to do it. They're soft, but I do have to do it deep, especially when I'm going up, when I'm working here. Come on, let's continue a little bit more to finish this exercise. Look at this. There, the O. Nine and 10. That's perfect. That's very good. And now, okay, we're going to do the second exercise now. We're going to spend a little while doing exercises, okay? Come with me because it's going to be very useful for you. And at the end of the day, when you're back home, chances are you won't be able to complete it there. But here with me, at the very least, you have the opportunity to start doing it, right? Okay, perfect. Second exercise we do. It is an exercise that I think is quite good for this. Everything we are trying to show you is just that, isn't it? So I was also going to tell you, I don't know if you have any questions. I was also going to tell you, I don't know if you have any questions. Hey, the groove actually starts here, goes all the way over here. No, the sulcus is this part here, okay? From, let's say, the nose net to here, right? It would be this part, then I would start on the marionette line, which would be down, but this part is here. From here to here, okay? That would be the groove. Okay? Yeah, we're going to start working it, see? And we're going to start kind of stretching it, We're going to start stretching the groove. Look, it's right here, okay? In fact, notice, before we start stretching it, we're going to fill it in a little bit, okay? That this scream is also very good. I use it quite a lot, right? Back and forth, okay? We fill the mouth like a balloon, okay? And we let go. And again, we're going to do it. We're only going to do this 30 times, and then we're going to stretch. But notice that the sensation is a little bit like that, to stretch the skin either, to create a little bit more elasticity, a little bit more regeneration. And I let go. I can let go quietly. Boom, okay? Come on, let's do it with me too. Let's do it. Or fill it up with air. No need to do the hands thing, huh? I do it a little visually so you can see me, huh? To be seen, huh? Okay, and finishing. Last to 5, come on. Okay, perfect, good. Notice that we have been working a little bit on the outside, and now with the air we have been working on the inside, eh? Look at those two things. All right, look, we're going to play the... Look, let's do the fingers. Right? In principle, the fingers should be in the middle, and we are going to stretch them upwards and downwards. And down. Down would be with misura, right? And up would be like the flap windows, a little bit of the nose, okay? So we're in the middle, let's stretch here, and the stretch has to be like we're going to do a diagonal, okay? Or like this. I mean, I don't want us to do this and go one way or the other, no. It has to be here, right? It seems silly. If you see that you have your fingers with a lot of cream or you have such, wipe a little bit. I really think it's perfect right now the way I have it, right? A little bit of, it's true that if you have a little bit of a creamy feeling and so on, it's fine, because if, I don't know if you just got up now, or if you were up for a while and so on, but maybe your face is still a little bit dry, so it's fine, right? A little bit of either, a little bit of cream or a little bit of oil, especially for the displacement with the finger, okay? And so that you don't hurt yourself. Always taking care, you know, not to hurt your face, okay? Okay, let's get to it, come on. Then I place it in the middle, see, okay? In the middle, neither up here nor down here. I put the other one down and start stretching, okay? Right there. How many times do we do this? Let's do it at least 30, huh? If you also ask me, hey, how do I have to do it? Do I have to squeeze a lot? Well, be careful, because here, this whole part is, well, the whole issue of the teeth. Even if there is a toothache, you have to be careful, okay? There, come on. Let's do it. We release. And stretch. Okay? This finger goes towards the nose, and this finger goes down a little bit. Not here, huh? Towards this side, right? Like through the middle of the face. Right there. You'll see fine, I guess, right? Are you seeing me right? How am I doing? And of course, do it with me. So you can feel it on your face too. Vale. Perfect, okay? I already have the feeling on my face a little bit, don't I? That it's there like as if it were growing, bubbling, huh? A little bit. Those sensations a little bit, okay? Let's go to the other side. The same, okay? It could be, you can ask me, I don't know if the question came out or not. Hey, Ruben has turned a little red a little bit, so I see that. Well, that's because you're working, eh? Nothing's wrong, just be careful and always not to press too hard and put a little bit of cream on it, just in case, eh? You notice that it gets a little red, a little bit of cream? Be aware, there might be a situation where your allergies cause your skin to become even more red. Thus, exercise caution and apply a small amount of cream for relief, all right? That's important, huh? Well, I apply a little bit of cream. I apply a little bit of cream. I go to the other side. I place myself here, okay? Neither here. Or up here, I'm going to start in the middle. I'm going to place the opposite hand, okay? And now I'm going with this one, and here we stretch. I notice that I'm stretching all the skin. And remember that we have said 30 times, hey, look, Ruben, I get tired lifting my shoulder. Okay, so put it here and stretch here. Just use your fingers. Which is the most important finger? Well, both are equally important, so the pressure has to be the same on both. Maybe the top one is stretching a little bit more. But in principle, both have to be felt, eh? When you get down here, that is to say when you are going down. Be careful not to squeeze too much when you get down here, jaw, okay? But the rest, easy. Any questions you guys have? How do I place my finger? Hey, it's going to the side. Hey, I put a lot of cream on it, right? Well, you can tell me anything, right? That's what we are here for. And to help you and to solve. Vale? A little bit. We are finishing this. And there, will you notice on both sides of the face? Question also for you. For you, which part of the face do you notice more? You're also asking me from what I see. If it stimulates collagen, right? Yes, yes. I don't know. Let's see how. The skin in principle does not give itself. What happens is that it stimulates the collagen of the skin, the natural collagen. It is not that it gives itself. That is, the skin is not giving itself. In fact, what we are doing is to remove that part that is like a little, we are actually removing that part that is like a small strip, let's say, or a furrow, and what we are doing is stretching it, stimulating the natural collagen, that is, improving the elasticity of the skin after all. In this way, we also get a firmer skin. That is, when you are doing, for example, bodybuilding, you do a little bodybuilding, what you get is that the muscle works more. If the muscle works more, it is the same. But with the face, in the end, it is a little bit like that. And what is it? It's a little bit like that. And what is important? To make it soft, to ensure proper rest, it's necessary for the skin to take occasional breaks. Merely adhering to a daily routine of applying 3 times a day isn't sufficient, as the skin doesn't get the necessary rest. In fact, the skin, one of the things I was going to tell you is that the skin, in order to rest at night, let's say, the whole body regenerates, one rests, and it is not only resting, it says, I am going to rest, and the head rests. Well, your heart is also resting, your liver is also resting, and your heart is also resting, your liver is also resting, your kidneys are also resting. Your kidneys are also resting. They are being nourished. The skin is also resting. In the end, the whole part of the body is resting. Let's go to the next one, okay? And this one needs to be like when we are shedding a few tears, right? Like when we have more children, or now that we are feeling this way, oh my God, imagine watching a really good movie, and so on. Some drama. Okay, so then, notice, I'm going to place fingers and attention now with the pressure, because I have to really feel the fingers, the knuckles in this case. But I don't have to exert too much pressure, right? What I have to do is make it intense. First, here, okay, I'm going to do it directly above the groove. One is going to be, okay, to the nose flaps, a little bit more here, right? And another one is going to be below, but it's index finger and this one heart, okay? Here, I'm going to put it here, okay? 1, 1, 2, okay? Right there, okay? And the other side the same, 1, 2. When I have it, I'm going to do this a little bit. Look, this is new. Surely you haven't seen this, huh? Look, I'm going to start moving. I'm going to stimulate a little bit, huh? And then as you are going to stay here with me with the massages, I'm going to tell you why I'm doing this and why these are important points, okay? So, there. All this stuff that I'm doing, by the way, it is ideally done in the morning to reactivate, okay? That's my advice too, okay? Let's go over here, right there. Okay, I'm going to move my whole face. You'll surely see it here, look. I'm doing it like tapping, huh? Like tapping, okay? But with knuckles. How long am I going to be here, Ruben? Well, about a minute. Approximately, huh? A minute and a bit. I can do both, or one and the other. If you spend 2 minutes doing this, nothing happens, eh? And now you will even notice that the face relaxes a little. However, the sensation of pressure on the 2 points is more noticeable. That is, you will have the face, the sensation of the face a little more relaxed, and however, the 2 points will be more intense. That is, you will feel more sensations. Once we have done this, we move on to the knuckle exercise to open and manipulate a little bit, okay? And manipulating a little bit, okay? And strengthen the skin a little bit so that it is smoother, firmer, as we were saying before. So look, let's go here, okay? Let's go here, okay? And I'm going to go up underneath the bone, in the stigmatic there. Okay, how far? Well, we're going to go up to here, right? I'm here, I place 1, 2, 1, 2. The same points as before, eh? Let's see, follow me. Let's get going. Do we need cream here too? In principle, yes. Any questions? Seriously, ask me, eh? No problem. I think this exercise is wonderful after the other one. Notice that one concentrates a lot on those points and the other one manipulates and displaces. Manipulate and move a little bit, huh? And work so that the muscle, but in the whole extension of the face, not only the points, they are like 2 in 1. The one that drags is always the one on top, huh? Right? There, that's the middle finger. That's the middle finger. Come on, let's go on, huh? Come on, how's it going? Let's keep doing it. There, upwards. Okay, here we are at least 2 minutes, eh? We're still working a little bit more. Up. We're finishing this exercise now. One last one left. There. That's perfect. I'm going to see how your face feels too. And notice, I was telling you that we work on this part, the nose flaps. We work down here. And why is that? Because we worked on a point, okay? Which is an important point. 20 of large intestine, okay? yin xiang. Yin xiang or odor reception. See, this point is here. See the black line? This point is here. It's reception of odors. This is the last point of the large intestine. Okay? What does this also mean? Well, that all this that we are working on at the end, that the skin somehow has to do also, somehow, in some way, with how you digest things as well, how you receive them in some way. With the stomach, there is also a stomach point that is important, which is number 3. This one we have not worked on directly, but it is also important. And the 20 of the large intestine, reception of odors, right? The nose, that is what we receive from outside. The first thing it receives is the skin. I think I have told you that once. So it is important to work on this point. And look where the point is. Look where it is here. And where does the surconesa geniano start? Well, indeed, it starts at this point. Approximately, eh? Approximately. Because it is true that it is a little bit here, right? But everything goes down. No, it's a point that's going to give us firmness in the skin, okay? Let's say that it's going to hold us a little bit and it's going to make us first to have more elasticity, to have more circulation, and to be able to work better. So that point, keep it to yourself, because we have been working on it without saying it, but we have been doing this. Okay, let's go with the last massage. Okay, before we move on to questions. Okay, the last massage we are going to do, we're going to do it. It's very simple, and we're going to work a little bit more on the face in general, okay? Let's place our little fingers here. Okay, the 2 little fingers, the thumbs, like on the jaw, okay? And these go in the middle of the groove. There and there, okay? Here I go. Also, hey, look, I've already got a little bit of cream on my face, okay? It is always essential to do the toes. It is essential to work with the cream. We are here, in the middle, and this one here. Easy, huh? Okay? Let's see. Look. I open. And there. Right? More or less in the middle of the ear, okay? I'm going to repeat about 30 times approximately. Watch. Middle. First I open. Here I'm going to squeeze. And up. And when you ask me, well, I don't know if the question comes out, and if it doesn't, we'll see it in doubt later. Come on, let's do it. Come on. Here. Upstairs. Let's get some air, okay? This is also important. Y seguimos. Gently, let's do one last one so you can see a little bit. Okay? Keep it to do it at home. That's it. It's to do the whole route, huh? This one here, this one here. Time for doubts, questions. What do you want to ask me, huh? A little bit, whatever you want. Ed, can I tell you a little bit more about this? Well, in principle, I can tell you that the South Conijon comes out more or less at the age of 30, 35, it starts to emerge. Hey? It is a thing that, well, there is usually a part of the face, and I want you to look at home and then watch the videos we have. Notice that there is a part of the face that is more noticeable than the other. Okay? There is one, in my case, look at which one it is. And if you tell me now, I will answer you, because I have it very clear, which is the point where it is. A part of my face where the furrow is more noticeable. Look at your face too, where it is, which part. Right? Look there. In that part, that is also important. So these have been, in principle, the exercises. Okay? The massages, the points. You know that here we work everything in a very global way, also in a holistic way, to try to help you from here to there. but we are next to each other. Okay? If you have any doubts, put it here. Write me, tell me, hey, look, I haven't found the point. What is it? 21 is triple reheater, such and such. Whatever. Please be reminded that while we are arranging online appointments, if you prefer a face-to-face meeting, I would like to personally learn and perform the massage. I'm confused about this specific point and would greatly appreciate your guidance. What steps can I take to better understand? Please feel free to ask me any questions. You can ask me, you can tell me, you can ask for online appointments, go to the web, review videos. We are here to help you. That's why we made this channel. To be with you, to help you, to make your life easier. And as always, if I tell you, to healing and beyond.